Welcome viewers, this is Windshear. What's this? This isn't Battlefield 3. Yeah, that's right guys. For those of you who didn't know, Battlefield Bad Company 2, that was kind of how I got my feet wet into the whole YouTube thing. It was pretty much the first game that I actually started recording my gameplay, making montages and stuff like that. And it wasn't too long after I had this game. I played it quite a bit. I really enjoyed this game, and then Battlefield 3 came out after that, which pretty much I moved on to. But if you're like me lately, you've been getting a little bit, I'm not going to say tired of Battlefield 3, but just kind of looking for a change a little bit. And I think if you guys are in that same boat like me, you're like level 100 Colonel, you're kind of waiting for Armored Kill to come out, you just kind of want to change of pace, go out and buy this game. You can get it really cheap because this is just like Battlefield 3. And look at that. That's a UAV. Let's see that again. I mean, you get some epic moments in this game. This is my buddy here. We just joined this match. Just boom. I mean, he just got obliterated by that. And I wish they had this vehicle in Battlefield 3. I mean, the UAV is my favorite vehicle in Bad Company 2. And this is what it looks like from the UAV's vantage point. I'll have some more gameplay showing you this. You pretty much light up the target you want to hit. It takes a few seconds for the missile to launch. And you can take out vehicles and infantrymen with it. But look at these moments in this game. Does this remind you a lot of Battlefield 3? It really is the same thing. But a lot of ways it's different. In a lot of ways I have to say it's better. And I mean a lot of ways. Moments in this game. I mean, look at this. I got explosions going off. I mean, just launching this M1 shell. This gun is just incredibly... This game is incredibly fun. Here's some more UAV footage. Again, you basically have a second weapon on the UAV in addition to your missiles, like a little minigun. But it's a lot of fun just flying around with this thing. And the vehicles have a completely different feel in this game. And I have to say, in a lot of ways, they're a lot more effective. But in other ways, they're countered much more effectively as well. For example, engineers in this game that have like shoulder-mounted rocket launchers. I mean, wow. I mean, they just chew through tanks like nothing. It doesn't take but a few RPGs and a tank's done every time, which I really like. And RPGs are very effective for killing infantry too in this game. So in a lot of ways, it seems a lot more realistic. And I haven't played hardcore yet because it's been a while since I played this game. I'll just get my lunch eaten by the veteran players in this game. But look at these explosions. The graphics in this game, even though this game's years old, the graphics are still cutting edge, if you ask me. This is right up there on par with Battlefield 3. It's a different engine, but incredible graphics, incredible sound in this game. And overall, what I really like most about Bad Company 2 is the map design. There's not a single map in the game that I think's not good. And I love how... both at the same time, they can be vast maps and they can be closely confined as well. I mean, just hearing these explosions go off, I mean, this is just like Battlefield 3 and better in a lot of ways. But the map construction is just masterfully done on this game. And it basically, once you buy this game, you can get the map packs already on there and add on quite a few more maps, which are just incredible maps. I mean, vast maps. You got vehicles and on a lot of maps. You can do, just like Battlefield 3. Various game modes, and right here again, here's the what I was trying to show there was the layered gameplay. I mean, you're constantly looking up, adjusting your gameplay. And here's a little quad bike getting some air there. I thought that was pretty neat. A lot of fun to ride around on those motorcycles in this game. In Bad Company 2, there are no jets, which most of you are probably aware, which is kind of cool too sometimes, because once you get in the chopper, you pretty much only have the other chopper to worry about. And you can still get a gunner in the chopper here. Now here I am, and of course, if you guys haven't played this game, you might not be aware that there are still 4 classes, but they basically set them up differently than they do in Battlefield 3. Here as a medic class, I'm basically having light machine gun type classes, which is the support role in Battlefield 3. So it's kind of like the support role / the assault role in Battlefield 3, because you can resurrect your teammates. The assault class has like M320s in this game, rocket launchers, that kind of underslung rails, that kind of thing. And right here I was showing again, you got to be tactical in this game. You get a lot of moments like that where you kind of anticipate an enemy to be, and if you don't play that rightly like I did there and chose to try to flank that enemy. Timing may not be on your side all the time. This game, very unforgiving in a lot of ways. A lot more difficult game to play. Recons are much more effective in this game. In other words, you get sniped a lot, and there are a lot of open spaces like this. But that's realism. That's what this game's like. You know, you got vast open areas. If you get hit by an M95 sniper, you're probably not going to survive. And that's the way it should be. You know, unlike in Battlefield 3, you know how weak those bolt-action snipers can be. But look at these range kills I'm getting with a light machine gun. I dare to see you do that in Battlefield 3, which, you know, again, I'm kind of critical on that with the support class in Battlefield 3. Also, there's no suppression in this game, guys. That's another thing you may or may not like. Personally, I don't care much for suppression. It annoys my vision. It hurts my vision. It, you know, fatigues me to play that game a long time. Whereas this game, you can just play it quite a while and not really feel like that. I can't remember the name of these maps because it's been so long since I played them, but the map construction again is just beautiful. Varying maps. You got Arctic maps, you got jungle maps, you got you know, like maps set in certain times of year, like fall. So you see, you know, basically leaves turning color. There's several maps like that. Just all kinds of, you know, scenarios and aspects to and various ways to play this game, and tons of weapons. All weapons have their perks and weaknesses, just like they do in Battlefield 3. But overall, what I'm trying to get at here is this game's it really is a joy to play. I played it. I don't know my exact amount of time. I didn't rank up as high as you could on this game, but I played it a lot, and I really this was a game that was responsible for converting me from Call of Duty to the kind of Battlefield arena. And just because a game's old, guys, doesn't mean you shouldn't be playing it. You know, MILFs need love too, don't they? This is a beautiful game in a lot of ways. It's still very competitive on the multiplayer side. I heard the campaign was pretty cool too. But look at these guys in this like jet ski kind of thing here. Good luck hitting this, right? I mean, he is just flying on this river. And he's actually trying to come over here for me in this position alpha. I think he's trying to take me out, but I'm swooping down here. I also have my teammate here helping me out, but there I eliminated him with the chain cannon on the UAV. Also, I like how the ribbons don't flash up and take up half the screen and distract you in the middle of your gameplay like they do in Battlefield 3. As you see here, they're subtle, neat little emblems, and just like in Battlefield 3, you get your combat efficiency ribbons and all that stuff. They just term them differently here. Right there, you're seeing an artillery strike called in by a recon class, which is, you know, a lot of people argue about how overpowered the recon class is in this game. Just like all classes, they all have their strengths and weaknesses. I don't, you know, having played this game, I don't think anything at all is overpowered from what I've observed. I think it's completely realistic. If a sniper takes me out with a bolt-action sniper rifle, you know, I'm game for that every time. Here again, I'm coming up behind a Bradley infantry fighting vehicle. Just shoot that down. Boom. Moving on. And just like in Battlefield 3, you can spot targets, which is what I'm doing here. Hitting the select key, spotting those infantry. And there you go. So after I kill enough of those guys, they're going to respawn their base like they're doing here. And they got a great vantage point. I mean, it'll take me out in one shot. And you're going to see that a lot in this game. And then look at this map right here. Here I am on kind of a winter setting, which is, I'm looking forward to that with Armored Kill, having a winter type environment. But look at all the trees and all the buildings in this. A lot more, it feels much more urban to me than Battlefield 3 with this game. Bad Company 2, they really did a masterful job. And I'd have to say, in all the multiplayer games I've ever played, I've never seen maps this well made. They're very lifelike feeling. I mean, this is just like basically a small town here between mountain passes, and you know, kind of an intimate gaming experience here. But you know, people a lot of criticism this game gets is a lot of people say this camping going on, like these guys up here. They're not camping. You know, they're playing smartly here. Now I've come up behind them, and now I'm reassessing threats out in front of me, and you know, I got a lot of bullets in this LMG right here I'm firing. My teammates get spawned on me as an engineer here, and he's going to shoot an RPG in a second. But yeah, a lot of tactical gameplay in this game. A lot of fun. Of course, destructible environments. This is pretty much the first game that came out, well, mainstream game that is that showcased, you know, destructible environments. So a lot of fun here. Here's an RPG shot I'm going to show in a second. Here I am with the Scar L. And look at this is I like this I like that reticle too with the RPG, but there is across the map. I like that reload sound animation on the RPG. Again, I think that's the way it should be. An RPG should, you know, kill an enemy if you get close to them across, you know, a map shot like that. So incredibly powerful the engineer class is, even for infantry. But here's some action in the Bradley. The vehicles again have a completely different feel in this game. And they are not underpowered by any means. I mean, even if you get in the gunner seat in this vehicle, it really puts enemies down quick with that 50 caliber machine gun, which is the way it should be. I hate in Battlefield 3 how I'll get in a 50 caliber on a tank and I'll just shoot guys all day long and not kill them. But here again, I knew there was one more guy up here, the sniper. And again, this is what I want to show how if you are careless and you just assume an enemy's gone, these guys are so experienced. They're not going to just let you roam freely and get away with, you know, killing two of their enemies. They play very smartly in this game. And again, that guy, as you can see, the Recon class has a heavy ghillie suit. Makes them really difficult to acquire visually in this heavy woods types of gameplay. Really, look at all these trees around. I mean, does that not really just kind of feel like you're swallowed into the environment? It really draws you into the gameplay. And, you know, honestly, I don't really feel that interaction with Battlefield 3 that much. I'm not trying to be critical of Battlefield 3, but comparing these two games, there's a lot of ways this game wins over Battlefield 3. And again, like I said, it's something about the raw aspect, the raw feel of this gameplay that really draws you into it. With the sound, the wind blowing through the trees right here, the snow kind of falling down. I mean, this really beautiful visually and audio as well. And right here, up here, this guy was kind of camping. The movement's a little more cumbersome, so you'll see me struggle sometimes to get up at steps and everything, but it's not too bad. You get used to it. Right here again, guy camping on top of the staircase. I don't know how he didn't take me out. And yeah, we'll go and translate a little Battlefield 3 try-hard teabag there, huh? But again, this is a lot of fun. When I was in this kind of situation here, the guns are amazingly accurate. I'd have to say, comparing again Battlefield 3 in this game, the guns are easier to use in this game. There's less recoil that you have to account for. There's none of this attachment worrying about grips and that kind of thing. Really what you see is what you get when you select weapons. You don't have the customization that you do with Battlefield 3. You can't put flash suppressors or heavy barrels or all that stuff on there. Pretty much the guns come as they are, suppressed or unsuppressed, and that's about it. And there's universal weapon kits as well that you can use just like PDWs, but they're not PDWs. I mean, you can put like an M14 assault type rifle on any class, really. Here I am in the gunner seat of the Bradley. You'll see how quickly it drops players. Here's a guy in a tiny little window up there. Just instantly drops them. And again, you get of course, I'm communicating with some of my teammates here playing with me. You get a good crew and infantry fighting vehicle like this, and you definitely are a force to be reckoned with. Another good thing is all kits can equip C4 for the most part if you're using like a universal type weapon. So you can quickly come up here and throw C4 on a vehicle, come out of the woods real quick. And these vehicles aren't that quick, so it's a little more cumbersome when you're driving these things sometimes in these close roads. And check out this guy, how he just, in a second I think, yeah, in a second we get taken out here by some masterful gameplay. Again, you will be frustrated if you play this game a little bit multiplayer, because you do have highly experienced players on here that have been probably playing this game for years. But they're not unstoppable. Once I got in here, I was doing my usual Battlefield stuff, 24 kills, 3 deaths, that kind of thing. But here's those RPGs. I mean, they really do a lot of damage. We push up here. That guy that ran in just put some C4 on that road, but we don't see it. And now he chooses to detonate it right when we get over it. I mean, that's incredible gameplay again. That's the kind of gameplay I like to see. People using their brains, playing smartly. And he certainly capitalized on our predictability of driving down that road. So again, that's the kind of stuff you don't see in Call of Duty. People having to think like that. Just a few more clips here again. This is basically just squad deathmatch. Is that what we're watching here? I like that sound when you get a headshot. That's when you know you get a headshot. There's your Nemesis ribbon. I mean, this is a lot of fun. You get up here. again, you don't want to be stupid and just be running out in the roads, because people like me that want to kind of play smartly could be up here in these windows. It really helps you keep your keep stealth. You want to keep your stealth ability by keeping inside these windows. You can blow apart these buildings, shoot people out through windows with RPGs. Just really like this RPG. It's a lot of fun. This looks good, much better than Battlefield 3, I'd have to say. Just the sound of it, the way they got the reticle, that's pretty realistic, actually, from what I've heard. Clean up a few guys down there in that building. Again, I don't stay in the same spot all match, but I'll get a few kills in it, and once I start, kind of making my presence known by killing a considerable amount of enemies, or if I see a point in time where I can start moving on to another portion of the map, I'll take advantage of that. Here, there are two jets flying overhead. That's just kind of like white noise. They just kind of add it to enhance the Battlefield experience, try to make it a little more real in some ways. Again, look at these holes blowing out through these buildings. That's my teammate blowing a hole right there. Highly destructible, a lot of fun. In some ways more friendly than Battlefield 3 in terms of that. I think in terms of the feel of the game and the ability to shoot and run around. Don't have to worry about suppression. A little more user-friendly with that, but also a little more unforgiving in some ways because of the map construction being geared towards people that play tactically is the best way I can describe it. People that use their kits wisely, recons in particular, are very difficult and almost impossible to take out sometimes if you really don't know where they're at. A lot of times they may not be playing objectively, but just overall, a masterfully made game. One of the best ever produced, I'd have to say. If you haven't played this game, I strongly encourage you to pick this up. Go to GameStop. It'd be like $10-15, if that. They also made a completely different variant of the game. They made it. I think it's called Vietnam. I actually downloaded that. It's a pretty good little spin-off here. Just another example of how they didn't try to take advantage of their gamers. They just really created quality content for a fair price. Here you can see, I knew there was enemies over there. Just like any time you suspect there's enemies somewhere, they probably are. Load up an RPG here. Let's see what we can do. They're up on that second floor. And there it is. This is lots of fun, guys. One of the best games produced. Let me know if you want to see more of this gameplay, guys. I'll be playing this game a little bit more before Armored Kill comes out, because I'm not tired of Battlefield 3, but I'm just looking for just a slight change of pace. And playing this game brings back a lot of pleasant memories. A masterfully made game, lots of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the footage. Please like and subscribe to the video if it helped you out. And I'll have more of this if you want to see it, and Battlefield 3 gameplay to come. Thanks for watching.